may have had a little bit of background noise there from Family Guy, but yeah, let's just ignore that. Anyway, this is post the October 17th hotfixes. So you can see here I am in Mayhem Mode 3. On this particular session, this is what my nerfs and buffs look like. So, minus 33% action skill and grenade damage, so, and plus 25 gun damage. But you can see that through my little playthrough right there, I wasn't going heavy on the grenade spamming with Moze, just because I don't like playing like that anymore. It's just boring. Unless I'm in fight for your life. And you can see here, this is what I've got going for my Moze build. I've got a Demolition Woman build out here for the most part. Heavy on the gun damage, and obviously on grenade regeneration as well as ammo regen. Now the class mod I have is the Last Ditch Bloodletter. So this guy does +3 into Desperate Measures right here, which is fantastic, combined with this guy, which this particular artifact reserves all but 1 health. So my health is always going to be at 1. Which means that this will always be active. So my gun damage will always be at up to plus 50% at all times. Anyways, that's supposed to how it's work in theory. And then this one here is from my class mod as well. The Phalanx Doctrine. Right now, once I get the stacks there, I get plus 2% per stack for gun damage and plus 3% per stack for max shields. And you can see that it does work when if you take a look at my shield capacity during that fight, it'll go up and down based on these stacks here. And then this one, Thin Red Line, is also from that Bloodletter class mod. So it reserves a portion of Moze's health and reserves the maximum shield by that same amount. So in this particular case, looking at plus 20 max health reserved as added to max shields. And additionally, I have a reinforced recharger, which is not the one I really want to use right now. So I do have one yeah, I'm gonna have to switch that shield out because that's not the one I want to use. I have another one. Anyway, but that'll be for future use there. But anyway, and then I also was testing out this mitosis hex as compared to the recurring hex, because this one does split into 3 grenades in flight. If we compare it to the recurring hex, we're looking at the recurring hex does split into 2 grenades, then spawns into 3 MIRV grenades. So you're looking at a total of 6 grenades lasting a total of 3 seconds. The mitosis splits into 3 grenades during flight. And so far, well, the damage is the same, and the percentage of the shock damage is the same per. But as you can see that if we're looking here at what these do under the mitosis hex does have 2 dividers. Interesting. Well, we'll have to pay more attention to that during some gameplay to see the bigger difference between those two. But anyway, as far as my other gear goes, I was using the Hostile the Butcher, a double penetrating pneumatic laser exploder, the fire version, a nuclear annexed vicious Lyuda. I'm using the one that consumes 2 ammo per shot, so it gives you 633 times 2. And I believe with the normal Lyuda it splits into 3 projectiles, but with the annexed it splits into 6. So you're getting higher damage output by using the annexed version. And then also I was just trying out the Infinity with the new buff to the damage. And as you can see, it was taking out some enemies once their shields were taken away. Guardian ranks, this is where I'm at here. I'm getting close to maxing out on these guys here, but I am not a melee player, so eventually I'll hit those up once I max everything else out. But in the survivor portion, this is what I'm focused on right now, is increasing all these to the max I can get. Interestingly enough, the reload speed down here, I think the max you can do that is 13%, because I put in a couple into it and it's only moved up maybe 0.01 after adding about 4 or 5, well, maybe 3 or 4 tokens in there. But that's it for this run, and I just wanted to show you guys what it's like after the most recent hotfixes put out by Gearbox. And as you can see in some of the initial gameplay, that the Lyuda, even though it was nerfed, does not suffer very much from the nerf at all. It's still a really badass one, and if you can find the annexed version of any of the different variants, as far as the elemental variants goes, you'll be good to go no matter what you're coming up against. All right.